Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Michlin Morning Program on KSJE.
Back in the studio this morning, as I mentioned, we've got guests from the upcoming San Juan River Balloon Rally. There you see him right there. The Balloon Meister, Doug Lenberg, is here. Good morning, sir. Good to have you.
Good morning, Scott. Happy to be here.
Welcome back. Also joining us, of course, from the Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce, Janet Mackey is here. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
Thank you both for coming in to talk about the, we said it's the 21st?
Yeah, 21 years.
San Juan River Balloon Rally, right? And so, gosh, it's old enough to drink, that event. But
there you go.
But there you go. So congratulations. But it's always a good time. It's coming up June 12th through the 14th there in Bloomfield. And, of course, you've brought back Doug Lenberg as your Balloon Meister, and he is all things ballooning, of course, in New Mexico. So you can't have an event without him, can you?
No, we can't.
Right?
And I appreciate that because I love it up here.
Yeah.
Balloon rallies up here. It's just awesome.
Well, we're so glad to have you back and to be able to do this. And so how many pilots do you have signed up so far for the rally this year?
We have 20 pilots.
Okay.
On Friday, 17 are going to fly, and 17 are going to glow Saturday night also. But Saturday, we'll have 20 pilots, including Smokey Bear.
Okay.
He will be flying.
The special shape, right?
Yep.
Smokey Bear will be here. That's wonderful. Very good. So you've got mass ascensions scheduled for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, weather permitting.
Correct.
Around 6:30, 7 o'clock.
6:30. Be there at 6:30.
We'll be there for sure.
Because some of them take off early.
That's
Some of the
true.
pilots, yeah, when the weather's right, they're just going to take off and have a great time.
They can't wait.
They can't wait.
They can barely wait for you to say fly, right? That's what they're waiting on. So, and of course, you are the guy who makes that decision with consultation with other folks, right, to decide if it's good to fly.
We call flight services in Dallas, and we make sure we get an up-to-date weather report. We are totally legal, with the FAA, and we're all federally registered aircraft, so
right.
We follow the rules exactly.
You coordinate with the airport and things like that, and so, but
definitely.
Of course, with the balloons, you kind of have an idea where they're going to go, but it's really up to the pilots and the winds at those upper atmospheres of where they end up.
As you know,
you've taught me well, Doug Lenberg.
Well, Scott, they've been after 21 years. What can I say?
I try to pay attention.
In the 21 years, we've only had them fly east twice.
Yeah, usually they go west, but you never know. That's true. So
you never know. But they've landed on Square B Square Ranch.
The B Square Ranch, sure.
Tommy Bolak's place occasionally.
Had one land at Ray Vickers.
Yep, had one land at Ray Vickers.
That's West Main Street, so that's a long ways from Bloomfield, right?
And they've actually made it to the airport. I've made it to the airport personally many times from Bloomfield.
Right.
And we have such a welcoming airport. Sad to see Mike Lewis go and retire, but he earned it.
Right, the former airport manager. There's a new one who you're going to meet, I know, and I think I hear good things. So
I've heard good things about Jeremy also. I think he's going to be fine with us.
Yeah.
Mike said he's going to be a good guy to work with our hot air balloons, and we'll be coming at him.
There you go. Or maybe they'll go east, and watch out, Blanco, because you may get some visitors. You never know, right? So that's how it works. But it's such a great spot, and I think the pilots really enjoy coming here and flying, because a lot of times they can kind of float along the river and kind of maybe do some splashes and dashes. I've seen that a couple years.
Absolutely.
Just depends on the conditions, right?
Yeah, we had Kristen Curry, our Channel 13 anchor woman, and she and I did a 30-minute float on the San Juan River with my hot air balloon.
Okay.
You remember that, Janet? And she put it on Facebook.
She was our weather person for the weekend.
Why not?
And,
sure.
Yeah, we promoted Bloomfield as more than just a gas station on the way to Durango.
Right. Well, and that's a big part of this, right, Janet Mackey from the Chamber of Commerce? This puts Bloomfield on the map, and it gets to show off.
It's one of our premier events of the year.
Yeah, and you get to show off a little bit about what makes Bloomfield so special as kind of the heart of the Four Corners and all the other things that you promote year in, year out.
And so many of the pilots say Bloomfield is their favorite rally. It's smaller. It's personal.
Right?
We take care of them really well.
Well,
Oh,
that's all.
and there's a saying among the pilots, if you don't gain 5 pounds in Bloomfield, you weren't there.
You're not eating well enough. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. But that's great. And again, thanks to the sponsors, that's why they're treated so well, right? Because
Oh,
you're able
exactly.
to set them up like kings and queens, I would think, while they're here.
Amen, we do.
Wonderful.
Yeah, without a doubt. And our major sponsor, the guy that has always done this since we started was Country Gas.
Right?
Our propane sponsor, and Lynn Dunson has just been awesome. And we can always count on him to make sure we got propane so we can fly.
You can't have a rally without propane.
Nope.
That's for sure. So that helps. But are you still looking for volunteers and crews for these
Always
teams?
looking for volunteers and helpers to help crew. If they're interested in doing it, please call Amy at the chamber at 505-632-0880. Or just show up at 6 a.m. and find one of us on the field and say they want to help crew and chase.
There you go. And probably get signed up and assigned right then and there.
Yes.
Oh, they will, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And we do still have a couple of sponsorships for anybody wanting to fly in a hot air balloon.
Okay.
Call the same number. We have a couple for Friday and a couple for Saturday left.
Okay. Nice. Give you a chance to fly with the pilot, right? If you're
Fly
a sponsor.
with the pilot. You get to eat like the pilots do. You're taken care of.
There you go. Very good. So that's also an important part of the San Juan River Balloon Rally as well. So great to see. And we got the number, I think, we do have it on the screen. So folks can call and let you know if they want to sign up, right? It's not too late.
That's not too late.
Okay.
Never too late when you're ballooning. Show up.
There you go. Very true. And so, Doug, let me ask you about some of the things you look into when you're talking to the weather folks about whether to fly or not. I know winds, of course, are probably the biggest thing, right? Is there other things you got to keep in mind?
Well, the winds are the biggest thing, but moisture. They gave us a really good weather briefing, and it's specific to hot air ballooning, which is kind of nice because a lot of the controllers down in Dallas were transferred out of Albuquerque down
they
to
know.
Dallas. So they
Okay.
know hot air balloons. They know that we need humidity, we need moisture, we need to know what's going on, we need to know if there's any convective activity in the area. We need to know a lot of things that could affect our flight, and because we want to be safe.
Sure.
We want to give everybody the best experience possible.
Of course, right. And again, that early in the day is kind of when conditions are the best, usually during a
yes.
daytime
Cooler
period,
temperature.
right?
Early in the mornings when you get usually a good stable air mass, and for Bloomfield, with the exception of 2 times,
Right.
the winds have usually come from the east and they go down the San Juan River. So we encourage people like along the San Juan River, if you would like to have a balloon land in your backyard, we have had many people with they move their cattle out of the way and put a sheet out so that the pilot will know it's okay to land in that particular pasture.
That's how the pilot knows, right?
That's
if
how
they
the
see
pilot knows.
something like that, right?
Yeah,
Good.
you put a sheet out, you put a white X, or you just stand out there. We had this little old grandma last year. I can't even remember where she was, but I think it was Steve Coughing that landed there, and she was jumping up and down, land here, land here.
Sure.
So
Okay.
Steve put her in the basket, took her up 10 feet off the ground, and
Came back down.
came back down, and she
Okay.
had the time of her life.
Perfect. Very cool. Well, you never know where they're going to go. So they may
Never
come
know.
by your backyard or fly over you. You never know. But that's how it works. And Janet, when the city gets behind all this, of course, I know the glow events are big draws too at the field where you do this near the Bloomfield Boys and Girls Club, right?
Yes. This year, the event's going to be even bigger. It grows every year. We're going to have a massive car show with 5 different classes. The mayor's going to pick the mayor's choice for overall. There's like 4 or 5 different areas to compete in.
Okay.
There
At the
will be-
car show.
At the car show, there will be food vendors. There will be merchandise vendors. We'll have a DJ going the whole time. And like I said, there's 17 balloons glowing. So it'll be a fun event.
Very, very good. And again, that's going to be on Saturday the 13th.
Yes.
Right, with the balloon glow, and everything starts around 5, but as things get darker, that's when the balloons will start glowing.
Yeah, the balloon pilots get there about 6 and then just check out the weather, and then they start putting them up about 7.
Okay, Gotcha. But the car show starts at 5.
Yes. Until then, we have a lot of things going on.
Yeah, well, everything you
For the
mentioned, right?
kids, face painting, that kind of thing.
Sure, exactly. I know Doug gets his face painted every year, doesn't
Every
he?
year.
I think he does. That's true. So that's great. But this is a great event to be seen at, of course. Do you have room
Yes.
for more vendors or more folks if they
Yes,
want to be part of that
we have.
Glow event?
Yes, we have a space for some more vendors. And like I said, look at the information that's on the screen, and it has the email address and the phone number.
Yeah, very true. But for the radio folks who aren't watching, I'll repeat the phone number again. It's 505-632-0880, or the email address, which is askus@bloomfieldchamber.info. That's
That
the
is
way to get a
correct.
hold of you for any of these things that we're talking about, right?
Yes.
Or even a message, I imagine, through your Facebook page would probably work, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Either one.
Very, very
I
good.
would like to give one shout out to our BHS football team, back-to-back state football champs.
How
Go
about that?
Bobcats,
That's right.
24 and 25.
Uh-huh.
Their whole football team is going to be there Friday, helping all the sponsors' crew.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's part of their mandatory requirement to come. They do community service,
Sure.
and this is one of them.
Very good. Well, and they're good guys to be able to do that and pull stuff around.
Nice and
and
big, yeah.
They've got a little bit of muscle behind their efforts, right? So
Yeah,
that's
those pilots are getting a little bit older, long in the tooth. So
Right.
we'd like to have the youngsters come give us a hand, and we like to share the experience with them, and they're also willing to learn.
sure.
They're so much fun.
Yeah. Well, it's such a cool. Is it a sport? How do you describe it, Doug Lenberg? Is it ballooning a sport, a hobby, both?
It's everything.
It's a little bit of both.
sport.
Yeah, okay.
It's a hobby.
Yeah.
It's an adventure.
It's that too. Yeah, I've been on some of those flights. Yeah, very true. So
That's probably the top of the list. It's an adventure because
Yeah.
you never know what's going to happen when
that's
you get
true.
in.
Right, very true. But it's always great to see all the balloons start inflating and taking flight, of course, at those mass ascensions in the morning. And then, of course, the glows in the evening is another great event as well. I wanted to ask Doug Lenberg again, too, a little bit about a challenge. Is there a challenge that I've heard that's going on? Janet, maybe that should go to you, of one of your neighbors, right?
Exactly. For our Saturday launch, we're going to challenge all the pilots to land on the infield of the horse track at Sunray Park and Casino. After the balloons launch at 6:30, they'll basically fly down the river and hopefully, weather permitting, be able to land at Sunray Park.
Okay.
So we encourage folks to drive down, go see them ascend, and then drive down and follow them to Sunray.
Okay, you could do that. You could see him twice, I guess, right? If you
Yes,
time
you
it right. So
And the stands are open. You can get in the stands. Last year when we did it, I think we had 10 pilots that actually made it to the infield.
okay,
By the way, there are no horses. There are no livestock around. So
it's empty.
we are not concerned with hurting or scaring livestock.
Right.
So it's really a wide open area, but it's kind of interesting to watch them come in and approach and land, and you can see that from the stands because this is one of those gracious landowners that decided he wanted to do something
Yeah.
to bring the pilots in. So he puts a big target in the middle of the racetrack, and that's what the pilots try to reach.
See, very good. So, and is there anything if you get close enough to the target? Is there some competition a little bit going on? Friendly competition, I would
Friendly
say.
competition.
Friendly competition.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
It's just a lot of fun to try to get
Bragging
somewhere.
rights.
Bragging
Yeah,
rights,
bragging
true.
rights.
Exactly. Very, very true. Well, that'll happen on Saturday morning then, right? Is the
Yes.
plan?
And
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm-
you want to be
and
down
I'm
there.
sure the
what time?
manager of Sunray will do something
Oh,
for
yeah.
him. He always does.
Well, he's the person, the landowner that's invited everybody, so
Right.
that's really good.
Max
But-
Moreland.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
So we're.
good.
I was going to ask you, Janet, and I can't remember what it was now. About the pilots. Anyway, we got so much going on. It's going to be.
I know you do,
it's gonna be
right?
crazy.
Very true. But we're looking forward to it again for the 21st year. And as you said, Janet, this is one of your premier events with the Bloomfield Chamber. And so I know you put a lot of effort into this, right? And
Yes, we
and
do.
getting the word out. You've been talking to anyone who'll listen. I know.
I think we have one pilot that's been here for the first year, and then Doug and me. We've been
Okay.
here every single year.
How about that?
I think we're it.
Okay. Well,
We have a few returning pilots that have
Sure.
missed a few years. We were very fortunate this year that the chamber let us change the dates so that we wouldn't conflict with some other balloon rallies in New Mexico.
okay, right.
So we had some folks that really were missing coming to to Bloomfield and the San Juan River. And they're now coming here.
Nice.
So they're coming back. Blair Kaufman's coming back.
Peter
Procopio from Gallup. He's going to be bringing the dancing Kashari clown.
Okay.
And you've seen
We've
that.
seen that one
It's a
before.
special shape also.
Yeah, right.
So we'll have a special shape with him.
Yeah.
And Smokey Bear obviously will be here.
Sure. Exciting. And those are fun to see. And the kids,
yeah.
I think, enjoy it. I'm a big kid and I enjoy it. So I
Oh,
hear
heck
what
yeah.
you're
The
saying.
kid in all of us enjoys these
Right.
things.
That's true. That's very true. And Doug, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the science about flying a special shape, because they're a little different, right? At least if I've learned anything, because
They are.
normal balloon shapes are round and tapered at the bottom, but a special shape could be different. And so what does that mean for a pilot, I guess? What do you have to watch for?
Well, to put it in perspective, it's kind of like you can drive a Corvette
Right.
or you can drive a minivan.
Oh, they drive the same.
The Corvette can go really fast, corners tightly, and it's really kind of nice to drive one. The minivan is like
Gets you
driving a special
point A to
shape.
point B.
Gets you from point A to point B, but you really got to work hard to get from point A to point B.
Okay. All right.
And it's kind of like we call them a big bus, because special shapes have a tendency to catch different winds at different levels.
Those
'Cause
angles and those, yeah,
the
right.
appendages that they have on them.
Yeah. Okay.
I personally was flying Kashari last year up in Durango, and I hadn't flown a special shape in many, many years, and I had forgotten about the arms on Kashari.
Right.
And the arms were brushing the cottonwood trees as I was landing, and I'm looking out going, oh, I forgot about that.
Right. Right. But that's part of what makes it so different to fly a special shape, I
Yes.
guess, right? Is because
It's-
they can pick up and catch the wind a little differently than a
They
regular
do.
shaped
It's
balloon.
challenging.
Yeah.
And you need a lot more room generally to lay those out.
Sure.
Safely,
Uh-huh.
and they fly at lower wind speeds because it's not as easy to find a landing spot and drop those in.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful with your special shapes.
Sure. Yeah, that's important. Very true. And you mentioned kind of the landing zones, and so the perfect landing zone, I guess, would be a little blanket of cotton or something, right? or something like that, or grass, or what have you,
hayfield.
or a hayfield.
Open hayfield.
Okay.
That's the best.
And yes,
Is that
open
what they're
hayfields
looking
are
for?
Awesome. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That don't have their sprinklers out.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we want to be careful of the sprinklers, and it's kind of funny. Everyone concerns themselves with cattle and horses. Our concern with cattle and horses, if we land in a big pasture, the cattle want to come over and eat the envelope and the basket.
Oh no. Yeah.
They seem to think that we're going to be feeding them.
Sure.
So we're dropping stuff in and it's laying on the ground, and we have to get crew there quickly to make sure the cattle don't eat the envelope.
Well, okay.
So that's
Yep.
what our thing is. We're looking at cows and we're looking at horses going, hey, you guys are great, but
They just want to be your friend, Doug.
Yeah, right. They're being friendly. Sure. So
yeah,
I got it.
so we're very cognizant of that. And,
Gotcha.
but generally, and I've been raising quarter horses for 30 years, 40 years, and horses and cattle, we initially scare them, but most of the time they end up coming over and trying to bother us. And
Right.
It's
Gotcha.
one of those things.
Sure. But I guess most pilots are looking for an empty field
Empty
to
field
set
if we can
down,
find it. Yep.
right? Is that the
Yep.
idea? And you're looking at things, of course, those envelopes, they're tough, but they're not indestructible. And so you don't want to land on like sticks,
Sprinkler
branches sticking
spigots.
up or sprinkler
Yeah.
spigots or things like
We're
that,
going to try
right?
to stay away from any obstacles, right, Janet?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So we try to not hurt anything, and as you know, because we're federally registered aircraft, for the safety of the passengers and the people on board, we're allowed to land anywhere at any time, and the sheriff and the deputy sheriffs are all wonderful about taking care of us, and they know the federal law, so they take care of us and make sure we're in good shape. But we all try extremely hard to be good neighbors and
Sure.
to involve the people where we land. Like I said, we took the little old lady. She jumped in the basket, went up 10 feet,
Yeah,
had a ball. So you never know what's going to happen when we land somewhere.
that's true. That's very true. And some pilots I know, depending on the weather and depending on the time, they may land someplace and let some folks out of the basket, bring more folks into the basket, and take off again and continue on their voyage, I guess, right? That's possible too.
That's
Some
part
of
of
the
our
sponsors would like that to happen. They
Right.
have more than just the few people, and they do the hops.
Sure.
And it's always the pilot's choice, and the pilot does not. Our pilots want to share it with the community. That's why they're here. They don't want to be just themselves in the basket, so they will pick crew members and say, "Hey, why don't you get in and let's fly?"
Right.
Based on the temperature outside, the winds, and the weight of the people, and they'll take one or two, or depending on what they can do with their aircraft.
Right.
And then just go down and hop a little bit, maybe take some more people. The idea that we have is we want to share it with as many people as we can
Right.
and make it as much fun, right, Janet?
Amen.
That's what we try to do.
That's the idea. So very good. So again, if you want to volunteer and crew, you might then get invited to fly the next day. If you crew on Friday or maybe Saturday, maybe you could fly on Sunday. It depends on the pilot, of course, but that may be an opportunity for you to be able to get a flight in a hot air balloon for a little bit of elbow grease.
Yeah, the only guarantee is if you want to host a balloon.
Okay.
Well, we have all of the sponsors sponsor the balloon crew. That way the pilot can pick from any of the sponsored crew members.
Gotcha. Sure. So that's the guaranteed way to
That's
get
guaranteed.
it. Gotcha. But you might never know. You never
You
know.
never know.
So-
It's worth a chance.
But you're still looking for crews. You're still looking for a couple sponsors.
Yes.
So there's opportunities abounding for to be a part of this event.
Yes, we are.
And that's important. So very good. Excellent. Well, again, it is the 21st San Juan River Balloon Rally coming up on June 12th, 13th, and 14th. It'll take place from the soccer fields again as the launching zone from the Boys and Girls Club of San Juan County in Bloomfield, right there.
Right.
And it's a great spot, and I think folks will be able to see it. And again, they may go east, they may go west. We'll just have to wait and see what the winds decide they want to do with these balloons right on that morning.
We're going to have to see. Yeah, absolutely.
But that's what happens.
Can I take a minute to thank some of our sponsors?
I hope you
that
will.
helped
Yes,
this?
please do. Yes. Who do we
Okay.
need to thank?
Our major sponsors are the City of Bloomfield, Country Gas, Sunray Park and Casino, Marathon Petroleum, MPLX, which was the pipeline division,
Right.
First Financial Credit Union, Basin Home Health, Lowenbro, TheraPlay, Pediatric Therapy, Basin Pump, and RNS Construction. And then we have some event sponsors, because you have to have the events
Right,
going on.
right.
And it's, of course, you, KSJE Radio,
Well, thank
Hutton
you.
Broadcasting, Wood and Nickel, Care Drug, West States Energy Contractors, Envirotech, Frank Supply, Serrano's, Republic Services, Citizens Bank, CF&M Oilfield Services, Bank of the Southwest, San Juan County Commissioner Lanier, and Lewis Farms.
Nice. Very good.
So what you're looking at there is this is what we call a good community involved event. And this is what these pilots, because the pilots don't get paid to come up here. These
Right.
folks are giving up their weekends because they want to come up and be part of our community and they want to share it. So having the local sponsors from all over, all different walks of life. And they're
Everything.
from Farmington,
Oh,
from
yeah.
Bloomfield, they're just from all over.
That's true.
And this is why we come up and be part of the community.
Yeah. No, it makes it a great event, a great community event, and a great way to again show off Bloomfield and support the Bloomfield Chamber as well.
And if you come to the Glow, most of the pilots will lift the little kids up into the baskets and they get to see the flame and they are totally awestruck.
I'm sure.
It's a great thing for the little ones to see.
Oh yeah.
Just make sure you bring a lawn chair, blanket, something to sit on.
Right.
And bug spray.
True. Very.
We're
very
supposed to be they're supposed to be vector spraying for the
Okay.
whole week before.
good. Well, there you go.
So hopefully.
But it should be good. But you can always have some in the car just in case, right? So there you go.
Back
Yeah.
up.
Bug spray.
Exactly. So perfect. Very good. And of course, on the mass ascensions, folks can still walk through the field and watch as the balloons come out and get
And
laid
jump in
out.
and
and
help if they want.
if they need help, yeah, exactly. But you can kind of watch that whole process, which to me is fascinating.
It is, and that's one of the things that makes us unique. West of the Mississippi, we're allowed to have the spectators come in and amongst the balloons and just visit with us.
Oh, it's not
while
the
we're
same
launching.
everywhere?
Back east of the Mississippi, they have these regulations that you can't even come out near the balloons. You have to
Really?
stay behind fenced-in area and look at them from a distance.
Huh.
And we don't really consider that community involvement.
No, true. Well, there you
So,
go.
Yeah, this is a lot different, and we're very blessed that we can do the things that we do out here.
No kidding. Very true. Well, I think we're blessed too that Doug Lenberg, you are back as Balloon Meister this year, and it's good to have you here. Janet Mackey, thank you for coming over to talk about this great event for Bloomfield and one of the, again, highlighting events of the Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce year.
And it's even premier in San Juan County because we get people from everywhere. People come down from Durango, Cortez. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
How many people come down.
Well,
And thanks for being with us since Scott's been with us since the beginning.
Scott's been with us
I'm
since
one
the
of
beginning,
oh
too.
wow, look at that. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's true.
We
When you
even-
think about it, I
we
guess
even
you're
got
right.
you up in balloons for a
You
couple
did.
years.
That's true. And then I started
and we
working.
do you again, but now you want to do a live remote.
We want to
from
stay
here.
on the ground and be on camera and show it off to everybody. So that's what we're going to plan to do on Friday morning. So
Okay.
we will be there for the mass ascension, and so
Sounds good.
we'll be all set up, ready to go. So wonderful.
Thanks again, Scott.
You bet. Looking forward to it. Thank you both for coming over, and we'll see you, in just a couple
days.
weeks.
Yeah.
The San Juan River Balloon Rally here on
San Juan River
KSJE.
Balloon Rally.
Yep.
You got it. We're ready.
Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.